Across the country, kids are adding to America's crime crisis, like in this video obtained by the New York Post, reportedly showing a teenage suspect who shot and killed a 15-year-old boy on the subway. It's happening as a former NYPD officer warns, quote, the penalties aren't scary for these kids. There's no discipline at home and at school. Jack Brewer is vice chair of the Juvenile Justice Prevention State Advisory Group and commissioner on the social status of black men and boys, and joins us now, and former NFL player. Good morning to you, Jack.
Good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning. So if you look at this, you heard about the 15-year-old shot in New York. Philadelphia, 3 teenage boys last month opened fire near a high school. In L.A., a teen allegedly shot and killed a rapper during a robbery with help from his father. What is happening?
We have a breakdown of the family here that is really scary. You know, just this weekend, 9 juveniles were shot in Chicago. 51 people shot in one weekend in Chicago. This is an epidemic of proportions that this nation has never seen. We have zero accountability for parents. And until that stops, you're not going to see these trends back down. I mean, that's the sad thing about it. You look, and I sit in board meetings, and I work with these children all the time. But folks never want to talk about holding their parents accountable for their own children. And so these kids are going around terrorizing the neighborhoods and communities across America. And so this is an issue that starts at home. The vast majority of these children are fatherless. Most of them don't have a father at home that'll whoop their butt. They go to school. They don't have any discipline. I mean, I've had kids in my program get caught with drugs at school, weed at school, fighting at school. They don't even suspend them anymore. It's like this whole woke agenda has just bled through our institutions and into our school system. And now we're paying a grim price because our kids don't have a fear of God. For you to go up in school and think that you can do what you want to do, have no respect for authority, no respect for adults, you don't have a fear of God and a fear of consequences. And so we need to get spirituality back into our children. This secular mentality, those that feel that you need to keep your institution secular, you guys are the problems. You have to have spirituality in a child so that they have a fear of God.
I think there's so many things. I would encourage, of course, all parents, even if you're divorced, to be involved in your kids' lives. We need fathers involved in these kids' lives. And the God component, obviously, you and I both are close to the Lord, and that has kept us out of a lot of trouble and helped us make better decisions because we're scared of the consequences, and we don't want to upset the Lord, and we don't want to or our parents. We have that accountability at home. But there's got to be more, right? I mean, police officers are retiring. They don't want to be on the streets. They're scared of being sued now. They don't have the support system. And look at this number. Back in last year, 2020, law enforcement agencies made child arrests, 424,300 child arrests, of which 8% were for violent crime offenses. When you talk to these kids, why do they commit these crimes? And what do their parents say?
It's like they're immune to it. You know, the music that they're listening to and the culture that is being promoted around them. A few months back, 2 young kids walked into the barbershop next door to our center and shot the barber in the face. And so these things continue to happen, and we don't live in a neighborhood that's that bad, in a community that's that bad. So these things are happening because these kids are losing their fear. And so, when you go to school and you really can say what you want to a teacher, you can act out and have no consequences. Those are children. And so we're allowing this type of behavior, and we have to bring discipline back in this country and bring the paddle back to these schools.
Jack Brewer, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.